Okay, hello there, INFOrmed Beauties. Your girl EuniyceMari here, and so today we're going to be talking about hair removal options. There are multiple ways in which you can remove hair, and I'm just going to go ahead and give you some ways of how you can find the right one for you. The hair world, or the hair removal world, is so broad, and make a decision whether to wax, shave, laser, epilate, all that can be very frustrating, and so we're going to talk about it. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is EuniyceMari, and my channel is all about informative beauty, from skincare, hair care, makeup, DIY, all that fun stuff. If you're not subscribed to my channel, girl, what are you doing? Go ahead and click that subscribe button, turn on your post notification bell so you're notified when I upload, and if you like what I do here on this channel, give your girl a big thumbs up and share me with the world. You have multiple ways of removing hair. You shave. A lot of us start off shaving. You wax, remove it, pull it from the follicle. You have options of a laser. You have options of sugaring, and also people tweeze or use an epilator. Okay, and there are other methods as well, but those are like the basic ones that I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to go through each one and how you can decide which one is for you. Let's start off with the most common one, and that is shaving using a razor. Now, pretty much what you do with a razor, you guys know, you just take it and it has blades and you glide it across the skin and it cuts the hair at the surface level of the skin. It is quick, it is easy, it's convenient. If you don't nick yourself and bleed like crazy, then you are good to go. The only downside of shaving is that it will start to grow back the next day. And because you cut the hair so blunt at the base of the skin, the hair grows back a little bit more jagged and a little bit more rough and a little bit more coarse, so you can feel that hair growth. So it'll be like prickly on the skin. Shaving is a very common, quick way to remove hair. The only downside is that you have to do it more often because it's not getting rid of the hair for like a long term. It's just like more of a quick, like, I need to shave my legs before I go to this like date type of thing. The next one we're going to talk about is wax, and you guys know I am a waxer. I'm a actual wax specialist, and I also wax. So waxing is where you lay down a strip of wax. It can either be soft wax where you use strips or paper, or hard wax where you pull it with itself. Okay, the thing of wax is that you lay it onto the skin and it kind of shrink wraps, no, not kind of, it shrink wraps around the hair. And so when you pull the hair, you are pulling the hair from the follicle. You're not cutting it off at the top layer of the skin. You are actually extracting that hair from the root, from the follicle. The good thing about waxing is that it lasts a lot longer than shaving. So it lasts about 3 to 4 weeks, depending on how your hair grows and depending on what area of the body you are getting waxed. Some areas like the underarms may be every 2 weeks, or eyebrows maybe every 2 weeks, versus the bikini maybe every 4 weeks. So it just depends on, number one, your hair growth, and number two, the part of the body as well. Also too, when the hair grows back in with waxing, it grows in a lot finer, a lot softer. So when it does grow back, you don't have that like jagged feeling from shaving. It's a lot better to kind of not notice. Also too, the hair grows back over time a lot finer and a lot sparser, which is always great. Now, the only downside to waxing, if you are not someone who, number one, enjoys pain, and number two, if you're not someone who's okay with that awkward in-between phase, all right? Because the hair will start to grow back. So unlike shaving, where when you see the hair, you can just go and just shave it off, right? Waxing, you have to wait a little bit longer. So you'll see the hair start to grow in, but it'll be too short to actually pull. So you have to wait the full 3 to 4 weeks before you go in, or do it yourself, however, and get the hair removed. So there is that awkward phase where you are going to have hair. The next one we're going to talk about is laser. Now, laser in my field has been something that has come up a lot as a waxer. I hear a lot of people asking questions about laser. So pretty much what laser is that they zap it from the follicle using a laser. So they take a laser and they run it across the skin or the follicle or each area of like hair, and they zap it with a laser, and it pretty much like zaps it or burns it out the follicle. I don't know exactly how it works, but I know it just kind of like zaps the hair. Like it kind of kills the follicle in a way, because over time the hair stops growing, or it just eventually just falls out of the follicle. Now, I personally have never gotten laser. I won't ever get laser, so I can't tell you from personal experience, but from talking to others, this is what it is. From what I've seen a lot of people have great, amazing results from laser. Laser is something where it has to be a skin to hair contrast. So if you have fair skin, dark hair, you are perfect, because the laser can pick up on your hair and zap it. There's a lot of mixed things when it comes to laser, because people say that, oh, it's forever. Like, once you get it done, you don't have to ever worry about anything because the hair is gone. But in a lot of cases that I've seen, that's not the case. I see people who still come and get waxed or shaved because they still are having hair growth from laser. There are some people who have it where the hair doesn't grow back, or it grows back very spotty, or it's very like minimal hair, to those who still have hair growth after having laser. The laser world is a little hit and miss from what I see. There's a lot of mixed nuts with the laser world, but from the benefits of it, I see that you don't get any ingrowns. I've seen women who got it done in their Brazilian, their bikini line, no ingrowns at all, because that follicle is gone. Like, there's no hair growing at all in that follicle. So laser is more of a permanent way, because you're actually, I want to say, killing the follicle, because no hair grows back at all in certain areas, okay? But the same thing can happen with waxing. Waxing, over time, your hair in certain areas just stops growing. So it is the same thing in a way. The benefit of laser, if you are considering, is that, let's say you're somebody who has very coarse, thick hair, and you know, waxing is too much for you, shaving is too much for you. Laser is a way that I've seen that people minimalize the hair. So going getting laser done, it thins out the hair a lot, and it minimalizes the hair a lot. So you can actually transition from laser into waxing or shaving a lot easier, because you'll have less hair from laser. The next thing we're going to talk about is sugaring. Now, sugaring. If you don't remember, I did a full video creating my own sugar wax and applying it on my leg and doing it myself, which was a fail. If you don't know what sugaring is, I will actually place my video above and down below. But pretty much, you take sugar, lemon, and water. You boil it to a certain temperature, let it sit, let it turn into something that is either tacky, where you can just take it and put it onto the skin and peel it off, or you can leave it kind of hot and put it on the skin and use a piece of cloth or paper to remove it. It's the same concept as hard and soft wax. It's just that it's made from honey, water, and lemon. So it's called, it's just made of sugar, honey, sugar, water, and lemon. So it's called sugar wax, okay? Now, sugaring is supposed to be a lot more healthier from the skin, from what I hear. It's supposed to be a healthier option, which I can get, because you are using straight up sugar, lemon, water, simple ingredients. From what I heard, some people said that it didn't hurt. Some people said that it was the worst pain that they ever experienced. Some people go and get sugar and they live for it. So I can't tell you on that one, but it's the same concept as waxing with with soft and hard wax. Now, the only thing about sugaring is that they use that same ball and they don't throw it away. You know, like with waxing, they do a strip and they toss it. With sugaring, they don't. They just take it, lay it onto the skin like so, remove it, knead it back into a ball, and then use it again. So they use the same ball of hair like everywhere, so it's like your hair wrapped up in like this sugar ball, which is interesting. The next thing that we're going to talk about is an epilator. Epilators are the devil to me. They are not my best friend. I had one, tried one a very long time ago. So what is an epilator? I personally have one. It's hidden somewhere because I don't use it. I probably will end up selling it or something, because I don't use it at all, and I only used it once, didn't like it at all. So an epilator is a machine that comes with little tweezers on it, and you turn it on and the tweezers spin. Okay, and what you do is that you would take it and run it along an area that you want to remove hair, and the little tweezers will go along and pull out the hairs. Okay, you can put it on a medium, a high, a low setting, and you can pretty much use it on any part of the body, right? So the good thing about that is that it's convenient, it's at home, it's a machine. You would think that it'll be really quick with using it. The downfall is that that shit hurts like hell. I tried it, it really does hurt, and it breaks hair more than pull them from the root. So epilators to me are like the worst type of hair removal for me, like as far as this category goes of what we're talking about within everything, because it hurts. You're not really getting an effective like tweezer motion from it, and for me it just didn't work. But then I know some people who use the epilator and they're like, it's the best thing ever. Like, I can just run it across my bikini line, all the hairs are gone, and I'm ready to go to the beach. Like, it's different for everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's different for everybody. So you guys, those are methods in which you can use to remove hair. Those are some major, pretty common. Thank you so much for watching. It's your girl EuniyceMari. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in a later video.